Folks, I don't know why I'm playing Michigan again. I honestly don't know why. I have zero clue why we're playing Michigan again, and this time for the Big Ten Championship. Because if you look at the Big Ten standings, obviously we already clinched the first spot in the Big Ten Championship after we beat Nebraska. But then you have a four-way tie for the second spot between Indiana, USC, that team up north, and Penn State. Let's look at Penn State's schedule. Their only losses to the Big Ten were to USC, Rutgers, and Maryland. Now let's look at Indiana. Their only losses were to us, that team up north, and to Minnesota. USC, their only losses were to Wisconsin, us, and Indiana. And that team up north, their only losses were to Penn State, Oregon, and us. So who do you think should be the clear, Big Ten title contender? It should be Indiana, right? Right? Well, you're wrong. It's also not USC or Penn State. It's that team up north. Why? Because of the point differential. Yep. Michigan got in on the point differential tiebreaker. Since their point differential was 13, they got to go. Yeah, I'm baffled by that too. And if you look at the points for, it's less. Points against, it's more. Points against, it's more than USC and Indiana, but less than Penn State. Points for, less. Points against, they have more than USC, Indiana, but less than Penn State. But it's the differential. The point differential is what got them the spot in the Big Ten Championship. How that happened, I don't know. It makes absolutely no sense, everybody. So, yeah. It's Ohio State versus Michigan for the Big Ten Championship. And I have no clue why. But also, let's take a look at the other conference games that are going on. Liberty versus Jacksonville State for the Conference USA Championship. Boise State versus Colorado State for the Pac-12 Championship. UNLV and North Dakota State for the Mountain West Championship. A rematch of the 2024 ACC title game between SMU and Clemson. Arizona versus Central Florida for the Big 12 Championship. Ohio versus Western Michigan for the MAC Championship. Sun Belt Championship between Troy and Appalachian State. The American Championship between North Texas and UAB. And then finally the SEC Championship between Texas A&M and Oklahoma. And yeah, you know what's crazy? We have SMU and Clemson in the ACC title game, but Virginia is number 2 in the country, but they're not playing the conference title game. Yeah. Everything is weird. And BYU is not playing the conference title game, even though they're in the Big 12. So let's take a look at the CFP bracket before we go into the conference championship weekend, just to refresh your mind. So, obviously Notre Dame, they're already locked in because they're number 4 in the country. So if we win, we get a first round bye and we're going to the Rose Bowl. If Oklahoma wins, they get a first round bye and going to the Fiesta Bowl. And Virginia, they're probably locked in and probably going to the Peach Bowl. And then you got Clemson. If they win, they're locked in and they have to play the first round. If Central Florida wins, they're locked in, have to play in the first round. And then if UAB wins, they're locked in and get to play in the first round. So yeah, a lot of crazy things can happen. But all depends on what happens in, you know, conference championship week. So let's freaking start this game. And because we're playing Michigan, I've decided to wear the tunnel vision uniforms. Because I just feel like it. So yeah, we're wearing the blackout uniforms for the Big Ten Championship. And you know what? Let's have these guys wear their maize uniforms. So yeah, we're wearing tunnel vision, they're wearing all maize. So let's do this. And hopefully, I don't lose the Big Ten Championship, because if I do, I'm going to be very upset.
This is the championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here, but also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Today, the championship in the Big Ten Conference is on the line. It's the Michigan Wolverines against the Ohio State Buckeyes. As always, great to have Holly Rowe reporting from the sidelines. Holly, what do you have?
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game, coaches are both talking to their team about everything that's on the line. As you know,
looks like that team on North won the toss and deferred.
It is such a heated rivalry.
So here we go for the Big Ten Championship.
More at stake here today. College football playoff implications, a conference championship. Everything is on the line in this huge rivalry matchup today. Coach said we have to get out to a strong start and make sure we are the ones setting the tone in this rivalry matchup. Nice?
Okay, thank you, Holly. The Buckeyes offense comes on the field first today. So first look at this offense with the conference championship and bragging rights on the line. Joe, we'll see if there's any sign of nerves here in the early going.
Well, there's always going to be nerves because there's a championship on the line, but you throw on top of that the fact that this is a rivalry game, and there can be a lot of emotion going on as well. I think the team that can sit into the details first, that's the one that's going to have the advantage, not play through emotion, but play through the details of the offense.
And the ball is handed off.
There we go.
He's got the first and still
Nice.
going. They get him to the ground, but an explosive running play there. First down and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down, bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking downfield, it's Sayin.
There we go.
The catch, it's Smith. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly down the field here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out.
Oh, it's a first down.
Let them get after the quarterback and create havoc in the backfield. Well, that is too easy right down the center of that defense. Great job by this offensive line, in particular in the middle of that offensive line. Guard, center, guard. Getting the job done, covering up color, and that's an easy run for a big gain from this back.
Not much on that play, brought down short. Short gain makes it 2nd and long. That's tough against a defense like this. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Stop short of the marker after just a short gain.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point
Oh, you guys
is
are
to
kidding
move
me.
the chains. So creating this situation is
Yeah,
not
we're going to
bad
go
for the
for it.
offense.
Screw it.
Man, as a quarterback, you'd really love to have that one back. This is third and manage. Well, you feel like you can move the chains here. They did a fine job on first and
Brandon Innes.
Enough for a first down. He'll be ruled down there, but a fourth down conversion with plenty to spare. The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Fights through a tackle. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. A play action, looking to throw.
Throw to the tight end. Touchdown! Nice!
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. You can't have a better start than that in a championship game. Right out of the gate, Joe, executing beautifully, and they draw first blood with that long drive.
Chris, it's goal number 1 for your offense to go out there, establish a rhythm, but try to get that first score of the game. That's exactly what they're able to do. Here's what I loved about it was the execution. Quarterback played well, offensive line played well, right down the field. What great rhythm they established here on the first drive.
Lining up to try the extra point.
Extra point is good.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Wolverines offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Our first look at this offense in a very unique situation, one of the great rivalries in all of sports. The Buckeyes and the Wolverines playing for a Big Ten championship, Joe, after just colliding in the regular season.
Chris, my question would be, after playing a week ago, how much do they have in the tank? I don't think it'll affect them certainly in the first half, but as we get later in the game, the 3rd quarter and 4th quarter, which team has the most energy?
Caught behind the line. It's Buchanan. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The 8-yard completion makes it 2nd and 2. The opportunity for the play caller here to be a little bit aggressive. Movement here from the tight end. Pass on the jet sweep. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. First down, looking for more now. They bring it down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Chris, you're supposed to build the defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now.
4-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 6 now. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. It's 3rd down for the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Having to prepare for and stop this quarterback-oriented run game is so difficult as a defense because it adds an extra hat. And here, they're doing a nice job, and you can tell the front 7 is being aggressive. They're adding players from the back end and the secondary, and the offense is still able to get the first down. This is a good call and really good execution. It takes some patience, first from the quarterback, getting those eyes downfield. But for this draw to be successful, I think it's all about that pass set from the offensive lineman. They got to really sell that pass set in order to get the defensive lineman up the field, and then there you go for a nice little run. Good job by the running back as well.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is...
Makes the catch and has space. It's a solid gain to pick up the first down on what will be likely the final play of this first quarter. Ohio State is on top here, Joel. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he flies into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field.
Dang it.
Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Long kickoff. No chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking into
Oh, yeah.
tackle made after a big gain. So the whole place right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. Right down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop.
Another first down.
Set up in scoring position. First down from the 23.
Chris, anytime we're calling out the secondary for making plays in the run game, you know that this offensive line is doing their job, covering everybody up in the defensive front, and this back is up on the 3rd level quickly, and these defensive backs have to be looking around thinking to themselves, I don't want to make this tackle. This guy is punishing us.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11.
Oh, thank God that was
intercepted.
intercepted.
Incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
Dropping back. It's Sayin.
Throwing to Brandon Ennis, and he's in! Touchdown, Ohio State!
Ohio State.
Hell yeah!
This is still clicking.
Chris, I always talk about it. Timing and accuracy from the quarterback create these yards after the catch. And here he's able to put the ball on
extra
top
point's
of
good.
the target, and it affords the wide receiver the ability to run after the catch into the end zone. That is beautiful football, offensive football 101.
And touchback.
On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. And there's the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Man, my favorite thing about corners is when they're aggressive and they tackle well. This is just an easy hitch on the outside. It's man coverage, and so this corner is on an island. If he doesn't make this tackle, it's going to be a big gain, and he steps up and does it beautifully. This guy is always willing to stick his nose in there for the tackle.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
I I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
Grab behind the line. It's Marshall.
Crap.
He's in the clear. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. This quarterback on fire today. Now the try here for the extra point.
You know, Chris, I love it when the quarterback is rewarded for doing the right thing. And here he goes through his read, and there's nothing there. So he's taking what the defense gives, and he checks the football down. He's got his running back open on the outside, just checks it down, and he takes it the distance. That is a beautiful job, good timing, and a touchdown for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down.
All right, good return.
Let's check with Holly. What have you got?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, the team is fired up coming back out for this drive. During the last drive, their running back set the national season rushing record. Guys are patting him on the back. They are so fired up with him. They know how hard he's worked all season, and it's all played out here today with a little history. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah, Brandon Innes.
That's a big gain. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches a 38. First down from there. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their
There's
heels.
Bo Jackson.
They bring him down, but not before gaining.
And that will bring us to the 2-minute timeout.
Well, that's as easy as it gets for an offense, just handing the football off, the offensive line doing some work. They have done a great job today running the football. And here on first down, you move the chains, you just continue to get that ball moving down the field.
And in first down, right back to the running game.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first. Chris, I just get the sense that this quarterback is rushing. He goes through his reads. I think he does that a little quickly. He tries to get to the check down, throw this ball short, and he's unable to connect. He's jumping at the throws. Again, he's got to relax and establish some sort of rhythm.
To throw, it's Sayan.
Crap.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
I was way over
This
the field
quarterback
goal.
got away with that one. You're in field goal range. You can't put the ball in a precarious spot. And here, wrong trajectory, wrong route. He throws the football into a tough situation, and that should have been picked off. It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He stopped right at the line. That's sure tackling. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking.
Chris, I've never been a huge fan of the screen pass on first down because the defense is in base defense. Generally speaking, they're ready to defend the run or the pass, and to successfully throw a screen, you've got to get those defensive linemen up the field in an obvious passing situation.
That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab by the receiver. He stopped, but he gets a first down. And the Wolverines come up to the line in a hurry-up.
I like the decisive decision from the quarterback there. He saw zone defense, got to his completion right away, and moved the chains.
Ball carrier tackled at the 2, a solid gain on that completion. An explosive play for this passing game, and now, Joel, they're suddenly set up in the red zone.
Chris, they've got to capitalize on this drive. Now they've got an opportunity, got to put this ball into the end zone. Remember, as a quarterback, you got to think touchdown, check down. Be aggressive with the football down the field, but if it's not there, check it down and continue to move forward. You got to be safe with this ball, not put it in harm's way.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down.
Picked off! McLean! McLean! There goes McLean! McLean is not gonna be tackled. He's taking this to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State!
Touchdown.
What a play! 100 yards!
The way to the other end zone. What a reversal.
Holy cow, Chris, this feels like a 14-point swing.
Hell yeah, McLean!
Play in this game and will totally change the momentum going forward.
And the extra point gives him a double.
He was not going to be denied that pick six.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense.
And oh boy,
before the break.
Michigan is kicking themselves in the butt.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. So they start the drive looking for some.
All right, 1st and 10 here for the Wolverines. 25-yard line. They're just going to hand it off. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? They're going to call timeout.
Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the one.
Pick it. Oh,
And
almost
it's
picked.
incomplete with just 1 second.
Yeah, let's go prevent
remaining on
3
the clock.
deep.
This will likely be the last play of the half. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle.
Incomplete.
Falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play.
And the score at halftime is 24-14 Ohio State.
Chris, a Big Ten championship game that's already had its share of stirring moments. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands.
Here's Brandon
catching every
Ennis.
ball that comes his way.
5 targets, 5 catches, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Hell
I don't
yeah.
know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Kevin, thank you.
And no
We
updates on the
appreciate
other
the breakdown.
championship
The Buckeyes
games.
will kick it off to begin the second half. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, I think we need to start playing more
Time for the
man
second half
coverage.
kickoff, but first, let's check in with Holly
Because
Rowe
they're
on
going
the
to keep
sideline.
running the ball.
Guys, I caught up with Ryan Day at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense
Oh,
is
they're
playing so
throwing it.
far. They knew coming
Oh,
in
they
that
almost
had
got caught.
a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys,
Oh, and nowhere to go.
Thanks, Holly. Good stuff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13.
And sacked.
Pass rush, a sack. A sack like that on 2nd down is a drive killer. Now 3rd and forever, and now this pass rush, you know it's going to have
3rd and
their ears
15
pinned
for the
back.
Wolverines.
One-way go. This is a perfect opportunity to try to throw a screen, maybe a draw, trying to force this ball down.
That
the field.
is going to be incomplete.
It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets
Time
the stop
for
against
Michigan
this
to
very
punt.
efficient 3rd down offense. The Wolverines will line up to boot it away. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Here's
And here's the
Cross.
returner tackle right there. That's when
And
they
he
start
gets
the
it to
drive.
the 28-yard line.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. He's going to hand this off. He shreds the tackle. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game.
Body blows, body blows, body blows. You run the football like this, you gain 5, you gain 6, time and time again. That play-action pass is going to be at your disposal. You can get to the RPO. Everything on offense.
Gonna throw it deep to Jeremiah Smith, and he caught it!
Huge game. He's got it inside the 30. What an electric play. Suddenly, they move into scoring position. Down to the
Just
24.
decided to go and air it out to number 4, and he caught it. It's now 1st and 10. Bo Jackson trying to get more yards for that Heisman
These
Trophy.
plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage 2nd and 3rd down opportunities.
The Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Look at them stay in their rush lanes, get a nice stop.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Can he get there on the ground? And he's not going to get there. Short of the first
Short,
down.
but we're going to go
Brings
for
up
it.
4th.
Gonna pull out the old double slants play.
Their offense going for it.
Good old reliable.
Looking to throw. It's Sayin.
Jeremiah Smith wide open, and he's in for the touchdown!
Into the end zone.
Jeremiah Smith
Ohio State.
also trying to get a trip to New York
This elite wide receiver
for the Heisman Trophy.
tried to defend him all season long. They haven't been able to. That's why he's a Heisman candidate, Joel.
They've tried to use zone, man, double teams, and it doesn't
I've
work.
got
He's
not
too
one
good.
but two
He
Heisman
creates separation.
candidates.
You can see the hands, the athleticism.
Jeremiah Smith and Bo Jackson.
He's produced, in particular in these big moments and these big stages. That's exactly why he's in the Heisman race.
We're now leading by 17 against the Wolverines.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Defense all over that first down throw. Short gain makes it 2nd and 7. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Looking deep down the left side.
Incomplete.
Try a downfield shot. That's a good effort.
Great
there.
coverage by Jermaine
Now it's third
Matthews
down.
Jr.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can
Third and
complete this
7.
ball, but again, just not on the
Need
same
this
page.
conversion to extend their drive, or else they'll be 3 and out.
Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down.
And they extend the drive.
It's Marsh. He goes out of bounds, but they move it near the 40. And they finally feature their elite wide receiver. We've been wondering,
And I
Joe,
just picked the
where
wrong
is
play.
this guy? They
But
haven't
we'll see if this
looked
blitz
that
works.
much. They need to make the play to make up this deficit.
It's
Chris, I
somewhat
will give
worked.
this defense credit because they have rolled their coverage over the top of this great wide receiver. But as a quarterback, you're down in this game. Now it's the second half. At some point, you just got to say, I got to go down with my best. You got to target him, and you got to target him often.
And
It's
tackled.
Buchanan. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores.
Oh, and he's sacked.
The defense swarms him on 3rd and long.
Guess who?
Well, Chris,
Kenyatta
this is why
Jackson
first and
Jr.
second down are so important. When you're behind the chains on 3rd down, it is advantage defense, and they do take advantage. Good pressure. Quarterback's got nowhere to go with the football, and they're able to get the sack and get off the field.
And sadly,
They'll kick it
Michigan
away
has to
here.
punt back to us.
No fair catch.
try
They're gonna
and-
make a return here.
Tried to do something
Coverage team
special there,
brings
but
down
it
the
did not
returner.
work.
Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18.
Gonna throw it to the tight end,
Short connection
and
to the
that
tight
RPO
end
did
here.
not work.
And he'll step out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage there. The defense pursuit forced him out. So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. Dropping back. It's Sayin. Lets it go quickly.
Crap.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd
Yeah,
down.
what's up with that?
Really good
No
timing from the
penalty.
secondary. The contact
It's
arrives
crazy.
right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
Fires it to the wide out.
And guess what? Jeremiah Smith, first down.
They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. When you go back to the weapon who's been so reliable and effective today, he's one of the guys that's helped them build a lead. Now, Joel, they go to him trying to secure it.
And Chris, he's just so reliable. You can tell that the quarterback has full trust that he knows exactly where this player is going to be, that he's going to be open, and that he's going to catch the football. When you have a guy like that you rely on the outside, you can ride that to a victory.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah Smith. Look at him go! Look at him go! He's to the house! Touchdown, Jeremiah Smith!
And the route is on.
Just been a dominant day from this group, and now a big lead here in the second half. It's so difficult to stop this offense. Their defense has played well.
And the extra
That's
point
led
is
to this
good.
huge lead.
It's now a 24-point game.
The kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Marshall.
Oh, get him.
And the defense swarms.
Jesus.
Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They'll run it here. And the senior able to
And
make
that
the
will
stop
take
after a
us
short
to
gain.
the end of the third quarter. One quarter away from a Big Ten championship and back-to-back wins against that team up north in this season. And a first-round bye and a trip to Pasadena.
So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
Incomplete!
That pass is
Batted down by Earl Little Jr. and up.
Boy, this defense is
Michigan's
very good.
gonna go for it.
Impress Chris in particular on film. How many times they knocked the football away?
Gonna go man coverage on this one.
But this offense is going to go for it here on fourth down.
This is basically Michigan's last chance.
Completion here on fourth
Try and
down.
make a comeback. And it's picked off, but there's a penalty.
And they bring him down. Great.
Oh,
defense,
no.
But there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands.
You gotta be kidding me. Roughing the passer.
Wow, a great play on the interception, but that's going to be wiped out on
That's
a roughing
bull
the
crap.
passer penalty. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly fourth down penalty on the defense. Caught behind the line. It's Marsh. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Short gain makes it 2nd and long. That's tough against a defense like this.
Gonna go back to man coverage here.
And he'll set up to throw.
Throws incomplete.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Chris, in this situation, down big. This
Here we go.
concept
Third down.
You basically call it every single play.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking to set up a screen
Oh,
pass.
crap.
Open field ahead. They make the stop, but it's a big play with 31.
That was the most important play for this offense. Had to get the conversion if they wanted any chance in this game whatsoever. Now, put it into 5th gear. They've got to go fast and score in a hurry.
Looking downfield near the end zone.
Incomplete.
Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
Well, down big, you've got to be aggressive down the field, and he continues to do that, and I understand that. But, man, this defense has been very good, and I got to tell you, I just don't...
Taking a shot deep.
Gonna try
to the
and
end zone.
throw deep to the end zone again. Incomplete.
Batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
They're gonna try and throw deep here again. I know it.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap.
Yep, they're gonna try and throw deep here
Third down
again.
completion here.
Giving him too much time.
Just
Hit as he threw. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. That's 3 in a row. His passing game out of sync.
Just a disappointing set of
Here we
downs
go.
right there. But with
4th
the line
down.
where it's at, Chris, they can get the ball
Can the
back.
Wolverines extend their drive, or will it be over here?
Rely on their defense. Try to get another series moving forward.
The pocket
Throws. Incomplete.
complete. The defense makes a
And Michigan turns it over on
choice
downs.
to go for it does not pan out. And let's check in with Holly Rowe from her sidelines vantage point.
Guys, here on the Buckeyes sideline, this game looks like it is soundly in hand right now, and I can tell you this is a huge story. This team was not in playoff contention, but getting this win here today and a conference championship, they are back in the playoff conversation. We will see if they're able to close it out here and make some noise in the college football playoff coming up soon. Nice.
Okay, thank you, Holly. Receivers are bunched together. Scanning the field. It's Sayan. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Chris, they told us they were going to be aggressive, and listen.
Yeah, we're going to go for it.
Looks like this offense
I'm going to go for it. I don't care.
Trying for a 4th down completion.
And look at that.
Makes the catch, and that is enough.
That's a 4th down conversion.
Down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare.
That is such a demoralizing play.
And now it's time to chew up the clock.
Put themselves in a position where it's 4th and forever. You've got to get yourself off the field. You cannot allow this offense to take that risky of a play call and convert.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout.
This time they're able to get him down. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down. So no hesitation by the coach. The offense is out there to go for it here. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. This will
what?
Complete and a turnover on downs. That decision to go for it on 4th down doesn't work
That
out.
should have been a catch.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Grab behind the line. It's Marshall. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the 1st down.
I know this is not going to matter, but my dad always told me the only thing you can control is your own effort level, so I respect the fact that they're still out there giving 100%.
Looking for a man deep down the left side.
Incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pulls it in.
Ooh, hit stick.
And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense. The offense will stay on the field for this 4th down attempt. And he drops back in the gun. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. He'll be ruled down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare. The Wolverines have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man.
What a wildly disappointing day for him. He came in with so many expectations, Chris, and they just haven't had the timing. Another incompletion here. They're down big. Man, this has got to be so frustrating.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. His pressure is coming.
Oh, jeez.
Finds a man open on the right side downfield.
Did not mean for that to
All the
happen.
way down to the 17.
My friggin' thumb
I don't know if
slipped.
this is going to matter in this outcome, but I tell you, that is a beautiful throw down the field. Maybe some momentum for future weeks. But if they are going to come back, it's time.
And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, they finally get some success and cut into this lead, but it might be too little too late at this point. Probably need a couple of onside kicks. There's just not that many possessions left in the game.
And he's got it. The 2-point conversion cuts the lead to 16, a 2-score game. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the
Yeah, I
onside
know they're
kick.
going for the onside kick.
And
they failed.
Make the recovery. The onside kick. The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position.
And because of that,
he cannot escape. It's a sack. And they stop the clock with a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pump over the middle. It's Smith. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play.
Yeah, we're probably not going to be able to get enough time to do stuff, so we'll just kick the field goal.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final
Yep,
quarter.
it's good.
And he's got it from 48 yards.
Nice.
Going off with the big leg.
And there you go.
Winning a conference championship in a league.
We beat Michigan once again, this time in the Big Ten Championship.
The way they're celebrating. But Joel, now we're going to wait and see what their path to a national championship, the ultimate goal, is going to be.
Well, like you
And
said,
I
the
have
strength of
prevented
winning a
Michigan
championship
from
in this
getting
conference is not gonna be lost
into the
on that
playoffs
committee.
again.
I wouldn't be surprised if this team does garner a bye, and then it's about retaining momentum.
They were
As
given
we've
a
seen
second
throughout the
chance and
history
they
of this playoff.
screwed it all
How well
up.
can you execute after a long playoff? I think that's going to be the challenge for this group.
One final salute for our
And we are
conference
headed
champions today.
to the
And we'll see what
playoffs,
the college football
and we are headed to
Old
Pasadena
Flat and Holly Rowe. I'm Chris
as the Big
Ralph.
Ten
This has been another
representative
presentation of EA Sports College Football.
for the Rose Bowl. So let's take a look at the stats. Julian Sayin, 14 for 21, 260 yards, 4 touchdowns, 66% completion rate. Bo Jackson, 26 rushes, 145 yards, no touchdowns. Jacoby Jackson, one rush for 11 yards. Jeremiah Smith, 7 receptions, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brandon Innes, 5 receptions, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Hunter Wilson, 1 reception, -3 yards. And Nate Roberts, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. And then if we go to defensive stuff, not kicking, defense. Jalen McClain with 1 interception, 103 interception yards, 1 defensive touchdown. Hell yeah. Jalen McClain with that pick 6. That was amazing. It was amazing and it was beautiful. And we beat the Wolverines again, 41-22 in the Big Ten Championship. That's a double win against Michigan this season. And we will not be seeing them again in the playoffs. Congratulations, Jeremiah Smith has set the Ohio State single-season receiving yards record. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Jeremiah Smith has set the Ohio State single-season receptions record. Hell yeah. Jeremiah Smith has set the Big Ten single-season receiving yards record. Hell yeah. That's why I'm pretty sure he won Big Ten Championship Game MVP. Jeremiah Smith has set the Big Ten single-season receiving touchdowns record. Hell yeah. Congratulations, you've won the Big Ten Championship. Hell yeah. So let's look at our trophy room. Yeah, we got the frickin' Illabuck trophy and we got the Big Ten Championship trophy. The Amos Alonzo Stagg Championship trophy. That is pretty beautiful. Alright, so we won the Big Ten Championship. We're in the playoffs. Now to simulate the week to see who's in and who's out. Jalen McClain, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Hell yeah. And he's the National Defensive Player of the Week. Hell yeah. And no Offensive Player of the Week for us. That sucks. So let's take a look at the Conference Championship games. So Liberty is your COSA champion. Boise State wins the Pac-12 championship for the first time ever. North Dakota State wins their first ever Mountain West championship. SMU wins their first ever ACC championship and their first Power Conference championship since they were in the Southwest Conference. So SMU locked into the playoffs. Arizona wins the Big 12 championship against Central Florida. Western Michigan, champion of the MAC. Appalachian State wins the Sun Belt championship. North Texas upsets UAB to win the American Championship. Oklahoma wins the rematch to become the SEC champion, and obviously, you know, Ohio State's the Big Ten champion. So with that being said, let's take a look at the CFP bracket. So here's who's in. Ohio State in, playing in the Rose Bowl. Oklahoma's in, they're going to be playing in the Peach Bowl. Virginia's in, they're going to the Fiesta Bowl. Notre Dame, they're in, they're going to the Cotton Bowl. And the first round games are North Dakota State versus SMU. And then you got BYU versus LSU. The winner plays us in the Rose Bowl. Then we have Arizona versus Miami. The winner plays Virginia in the Fiesta Bowl. And Indiana and Texas A&M play each other, and the winner plays Oklahoma in the Peach Bowl. But here is the real question: is who's going to win the Heisman Trophy? Is it Bo Jackson, Jeremiah Smith, Sam Levitt, or John Mater? Well, we're about to find out when we simulate the next week. And we got a verbal commit. And a hard commit. Awesome. Oh, here we go, the Heisman Trophy ceremony.
Happy holidays and welcome to the Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by EA Sports. I'm Chris Fowler inside the Tiburon Theater. We're so proud
There's Jeremiah Smith.
Heisman Trophy night. The most impactful handoff of the season is just moments away now. And one of these guys will become the 91st Heisman Trophy winner. The four finalists, as
John Mater of
Heisman
Oklahoma.
Balloters, a somewhat surprising group, if we're being honest. At the beginning of the season, you might not have thought these would be your four finalists, but each of these guys has earned their way.
Bo Jackson.
Focusing on the Heisman,
Look at his
but
stats, over
focusing on their
3,000
team,
yards
doing what it
rushing.
takes to
That's
win football
incredible.
games. A reminder of how good each of their four seasons were.
And Sam
These guys,
Levitt.
talk about their poise, their composure. They've been that way on the field. But when you get to Heisman Trophy night, and you get them together, and the trophy is in the room, everybody admits these are very nervous moments. Only one of them will have their name read. Only one of them will join this exclusive fraternity. And one more look at this year's Heisman finalists. One of these guys is about to experience a life-changing moment. Okay, we've kept them waiting long enough. All of us want to know who's going to win the trophy for this season. And the winner of the 2026 Heisman Trophy is sophomore running back out of Ohio State.
Bo Jackson wins the Heisman Trophy. Hell yeah. Another Ohio State running back winning the Heisman Trophy. That is incredible.
And one final congratulations to this year's Heisman Trophy winner. 2026 will forever be known as his Heisman season. Thanks for joining us.
And I finally got the Heisman Trophy achievement. Hooray! Win the Heisman Trophy and Road to Glory of Dynasty. Hell yeah. And look at those stats. 402 rushes, 3,038 yards, 7 yards per carry. It's no wonder he deserves it. This is great. This is really great. Up. Ryan Day, the Bear Bryant Award for Coach of the Year. Bo Jackson, Walter Camp Award winner. Bo Jackson, Paul Hornung Award winner. Hell yeah. Bo Jackson, Maxwell Award winner. Hell yeah. Jeremiah Smith, the Fred Biletnikoff Award winner. With 99 receptions, 1,747 yards, and 20 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith won the Biletnikoff. Hell yeah. Bo Jackson wins the Doak Walker Award. Jalen McLean has won the Jim Thorpe Award. Presented by Paycom. With 2 interceptions, 46 tackles, and 9 PBUs. DJ Cross has won the Jet Award for the Best Return Specialist. Hell yeah. 40 attempts, 846 yards, and 1 touchdown. That's incredible. And that's the awards. Yeah, let's look at all the new hardware we won. So we won Coach of the Year, the Walter Camp Award, the Paul Hornung Award, so Bo Jackson is the most outstanding college football player in the United States, most versatile player in major college football, and also again the best college football player in the United States, and he's won the most prestigious award ever, the Heisman Trophy. Jeremiah Smith's got the Biletnikoff for the best wide receiver. Bo Jackson's now the top running back in the country, as he's the Doak Walker Award winner. And Jalen McLean's the top defensive back in the country since he won the Jim Thorpe Award. And the best special teams returner is DJ Cross because he won the Jet Award. Hell yeah. So yeah, we're racking up awards here because this is the Ohio State University. And since it's since it's the first week of Bowl Week, we don't really have to do anything until we hit next week. So let's simulate to next week. Oh my god. Lane Kiffin lost to BYU, and now Ohio State will play BYU in the Rose Bowl game. Oh my god. You know, the last time Ohio State and BYU played against each other was in the 1993 Holiday Bowl. So it's a rematch of that. And Ohio State's never lost to BYU, FYI. So this should be easy enough. SMU beat North Dakota State, but oh well. Now let's take a look at the CFP bracket right now. So, wow, Indiana upset Texas A&M, Miami won. So we only had two major upsets. BYU over LSU and Indiana over Texas A&M. Damn. BYU won by 5. Indiana won by 2. So here are the games. The Cotton Bowl is SMU versus Notre Dame. Rose Bowl, BYU versus Ohio State. Fiesta Bowl, Miami versus Virginia. And the Peach Bowl, Indiana versus Oklahoma. So yeah, we have an ACC matchup and then somewhat of an ACC matchup with SMU and Notre Dame, because Notre Dame likes to play a lot of ACC teams. And we got a Big 10, Big 12 matchup in the Rose Bowl, and then SEC Big 10 matchup in the Peach Bowl. So we have a chance to play either Notre Dame or SMU in the semifinals. And then, if we make it to the national championship, we have a chance to play either Miami, Virginia, Indiana, or Oklahoma. Wouldn't it be crazy if we played Indiana again in the national championship? But it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen. But it could. It could. Well, guys. With that, I think I'm going to call this an episode. So, I would like to thank you all for watching this brand new episode of College Football 27. If you enjoyed it, smack a like on it, subscribe if you're new to this channel, check out my other videos I've uploaded to my channel, and I shall see you guys next time for when we play the Rose Bowl game in College Football 27 against BYU. So with that, I'll see you guys later.